Hi, everybody. It's me, Teresa Perrin. As you know, I've pretty much stepped away from discussing BBIG. And a while back, a lot of you were upset with me because I sold the majority of my position. The position I hold now is under 1,000 shares. And guys, I hate to say it, but at this point, I'm very happy with the decision that I made and only wish that I sold it all. That being said, I've been looking for a reason to buy back into the stock. So I started doing some research again, trying to figure out where it stands and what the situation is. And I have to be honest with you. Whoa. I just, drama is the only word to describe what comes to mind here. You know, I'm very sorry for people who have a huge investment in this company, and I really hope that it turns around. This Erik Finman demand letter I want to discuss with you because there's some things as shareholders you really need to think about. And guys, I know that a lot of you are upset that I sold my majority of my position, but I'm honest, and there were a lot of things I saw in this company that were not good. And that I knew big money was not going to buy into. And in order to move the stock, you need that behind it. Or else they're against it and they're just going to keep shorting the crap out of it, which has been happening, unfortunately. I don't wish anything bad on any one of you. I wish nothing but good, actually. And I've been hoping for some positivity to shed light on. This letter has me very concerned, and there's some major red flags that need to be addressed and you need to really think about here. So I'm going to start by reading the letter and then breaking it down for you. Let's get started. December 6, 2022, Vinco Ventures Board of Directors. The address in Las Vegas. Dear Vinco Ventures Board of Directors, I'm writing to you today to bring to your attention some problems that shareholders in Vinco Ventures have made heard in the community and possible solutions on how to fix them and go forward. First of all, Vinco Ventures has absolutely incredible potential. I agree with that. All the elements are there for an incredibly successful company. Many are proud to call themselves a Vinco Ventures shareholder. Guys, I was very proud to be a Vinco Ventures shareholder at one point. Right now, I am not so happy about it. Yet, there has been much dissatisfaction about any lack of updates on earnings, a merger, upgrades to Lomotive, and just lack of any press at all about what Vinco Ventures is doing. 100% agree with that completely. The management of Vinco Ventures should be setting the pace for updates, not having to have been dragged into it kicking and screaming. Yes, they should. Many people have blamed this absolute lack of any concrete progress squarely on Gabe Huntington and Ross Miller. I don't know if it's solely on them. I think there's a lot to do with it, guys. But going forward, according to public court documents, they are collectively receiving $115,000 a month to be court-appointed president and CEO of Vinco Ventures. Guys, that's absolutely disgusting that is what their salary is, especially because it doesn't seem that they've really given us anything since they've come on board. Let me say that again. They are collectively receiving $115,000 a month to be the court-appointed president and CEO of Vinco Ventures. Guys, what comes to mind with this payment and, the fact that they're court-appointed, likely they're probably close with this judge, and this is just a money train for them. That is my personal opinion, so please don't take it as anything but that. But think about it. What have they done for this company since they've come on board? We don't even have filings. I mean, really, guys, it's very sad that from what I see, maybe they're doing stuff inside that we don't know about. But from what anyone can see, they really haven't done much. And we're paying them a huge salary and getting nothing in return except our stock price declining day after day, week after week. What have Vinco Ventures shareholders gotten for what is someone's annual salary every month? 1, the stock price continually being under $1. Yes. Constant NASDAQ deficiency notices for non-compliance. Well, guys, we can't completely blame that on them because this has been going on for a while now. No update on merging the remaining 40% of Lemotive into Vinco Ventures. Yep, we haven't gotten any update on that. No Q2 or Q3 earning reports. Nope. No collateral on upgrades for Lemotive, and no subsequent media tour during a vital time for such a product. For a 115, and number 5, guys, I agree 100%, especially with the TikTok ban. But to be quite honest with you, you guys need to, if you haven't already, check out Lemotive. It needs a lot of work before it can ever be a competitor to TikTok. They need to hire engineers and stuff that can really make it a much better platform. But apparently the money that we had or have, which is probably dwindling by the day, is being spent on, a CEO, an interim CEO and president that clearly haven't really done anything for us. It's a problem. And how do you have a media tour on a product that isn't at status yet where it should be? It needs to be improved much, much more before they could do a media tour, in my opinion. For a $115,000 a month, Vinco Ventures shareholders deserve better. Yes, we do. It seems Ross Miller and Gabe Hunterton are more interested in using Vinco Ventures' $115,000 a month as their personal piggy bank, rather than working as hard as possible on behalf of Vinco Ventures. Well, guys, from the outside, I can't really argue that. Many are saying this is abuse and that Gabe Hunterton and Ross Miller have commanded a good company. Yeah, they have. This is unacceptable, and if the board does not take action in the next 72 hours, I have the necessary 67% shareholder vote threshold under Nevada state law to remove Gabe Hunterton and Ross Miller as president and CEO of Vinco Ventures. Guys, let me repeat that. Erik says, I have the necessary 67% shareholder vote threshold under Nevada state law to remove Gabe Hunterton and Ross Miller as president and CEO of Vinco Ventures. Well, guys, how could he know how us shareholders are going to vote? So if he has the 67% shareholder vote, did he buy 67% of the shares of BBIG that we don't know about? That's a question. Or does he have Susquehanna backing him? Those are the two things that come to mind there. So which one is it? Erik, if you're watching this, we'd love an answer on that. I'd love an answer on that. In addition to that, I have the necessary threshold for shareholder votes to install myself as CEO or co-CEO of Vinco Ventures in order to fix the aforementioned problems and to build upon that to make the company one of the hottest companies in the decade. Is it possible Erik could do that? Maybe, guys, but what is his experience with Vinco Ventures other than being Zash's interim or Zash's CEO for apparently a short time? Because wait to the following sentence. So I'd like to know why he feels that he's qualified for this position. And I mean, no disrespect to you, Erik, but explain to us why you think that you can do the job needed. Because if this company's really going to take off, we need somebody with a lot of experience with building a social media platform. All right. In addition, hold on. I have left this is what I said, hold on for. I have left the Zash CEO position. So there is clearly no conflict of interest in me becoming CEO or co-CEO. When did he leave Zash, and why is it that this is the first we're hearing about it? And guys, I did scan through some of the comments, and I'm not the first one that thought this. So why is it that Erik held this out from us until we see this letter? Because he's trying to be all buddy-buddy with us since the beginning. And I'm telling you something right now we're going to get into in a minute. Something here isn't adding up, and something's making my radar of red flag radar go up sky high right now. So in conclusion, I'm calling on the Vinco Venture Board of Directors to remove Gabe Hunterton and Ross Miller as president and CEO of Vinco Ventures due to their seemingly lack of any major progress since they've been allowed on. Wait a minute, guys. But what about Lisa and Rodney? They're still friends with Ted, which supposedly, looking at the social media post from Erik, his once buddy Ted, who he's lately been bashing, which seems very strange, and now he's not the co-CEO of Zash, but he's talking about removing both both Gabe and Ross, but he said nothing about removing Lisa and Rodney. What am I missing here? All right, I'm going to continue reading it, and then I'll go back to this because I just needed to pause for a minute to take a breath because I was about to get very upset. In conclusion, I am calling on Vinco Ventures board of directors to remove Gabe Hunterton and Ross Miller as president and CEO of Vinco Ventures due to their seemingly lack of any major progress since they've been allowed on. If not, I have the votes to remove them and install myself. And hopefully that's all I would have to do. Sincerely yours, Erik Finman. All right, guys. So first of all, let's discuss these votes. How is it that he has 67% of shareholder votes? He either needs to have buddied up with Susquehanna on this, and keep in mind too that Susquehanna is friends with Ted, because I believe that they were the market maker behind that whole Movie Pass thing. So I'm looking at a circle here, and I'm smelling something concerning. And I hope that I'm wrong about this, but this is my thoughts. And these are clearly my thoughts. You guys can comment below your thoughts. I encourage it. But my thoughts are, Erik was brought in by Ted. Erik was buddy talking to Ted daily, had a great relationship, said, no, he's a great person. He's not a fraudster, blah, 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 blah. Talking Ted up. Suddenly, a reversal's come around, and he claims that, no, things aren't good with Ted, blah, blah, blah. I don't trust him, whatever the case may be that he said, right? But clearly, he's not Team Ted anymore, supposedly. I think he wants us to believe he's not Team Ted anymore. Suddenly, he's also not Zash's CEO. Well, what happened there? Okay. Well, there's two possibilities. Either him and Ted had a falling out, and he left Zash due to that. Or B, they conspired a plan from the beginning. Plan, and this is a thought. I'm going back and forth between the two. A plan to bring Erik on, which I told you all from the beginning that I felt like Erik was a tool to get retail off their back, because Erik was fabulous. I mean, he has a wonderful personality. I cannot say a bad thing about him personality-wise, or, his his apparent full disclosure with shareholders, talking to us, blah, 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 really making us feel involved. He's good at that role. I will give him credit for that. But, guys, the smarter part of me, the business part of me, says something here doesn't add up. First of all, Colucci tries this hostile takeover. It doesn't work. They go to court, yada, yada, yada. Erik Finman gets brought in as Zash's CEO. Suddenly starts talking and buddying up with BBIG shareholders. Oh, Ted's great, blah, blah, blah. Well, guys, now Ted's in trouble with the law, clearly going to court over Movie Pass. Suddenly, Erik's against Ted. Now, supposedly, he's left Zash. Did he leave it because him and Ted truly had a falling out? If so, why would he want anything to do with BBIG? Right? Doesn't make sense to me. If you're not going to work for the company anymore, why go towards BBIG? Unless you had a plan with Ted all along to buddy up with the shareholders and to go around this another way for a hostile takeover. And what if Colucci was right? What if the hostile takeover all along was Ted? Guys, he wants his hands on Zash, in my opinion. What better way than to keep Rodney and Lisa on the board, get rid of these other two corner-appointed people, bring Erik, who's now buddied up with all of the shareholders, in, get him in as CEO or co-CEO, and then guess what? Suddenly get what? Ted or a Ted representative back in board too? Think about it. I want you to really think about this. Something doesn't add up. What is Erik Finman's interest in this company? And where did the 67% of votes come from? I don't trust Susquehanna at all. Let me be perfectly clear about that. Any stock I've seen their involvement in, they've destroyed. I do not trust that company. I really think they're after retail's money here, and I don't think they're going to be happy till either they have control and they bankrupt the shareholders, or guys, this is just not good in my opinion. There's something that we're clearly not seeing here. You don't go from being buddy Ted hiring you to suddenly, not liking him, talking crap about him, and then trying to take over as CEO of BBIG. Where is this coming from? We need answers, because, it doesn't add up to me. I'm sorry. It does not sit well at all, and I'd be lying to you if I said it did. Guys, I know that a lot of you either like me or you hate me. I get it. You can hate me for being honest, but that's the person that I am, and this is not good. It's just something's bigger here. They're trying to get rid of the 2 court-appointed people. I think this is another attempt of a hostile takeover. I'm sorry to say it, but something stinks. Anyways, guys, please comment below your thoughts. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But as much as you were disappointed in me for selling the majority of my position in BBIG, I hate to say it, but I was right so far. And I hope I'm wrong about this. I hoped I was wrong about the whole thing, but so far, that hasn't been the case, guys. And this share price just continues to fall. This is nothing but a freaking circus, and we have a lot of money. I lost a lot of money in this stock, and I'm not wealthy. I am a single mother that's disabled, hospice nurse, that no longer can work as a nurse because of failed back surgery. And, the money I lost, I can't just go out and earn back. And I feel sorry for each and every one of you that are experiencing that same kind of pain. Because this is BS, and it's just awful. Good luck, guys.